Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Falcon Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
And this week, Henny, it looks like they're trying to take down Justin Rose. Not many people have been able to claim that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be all rosy at the end of today. This is definitely a tall order. Justin has one of the most consistent games on the PGA Tour. He's like a golfing metronome of a man. The iron play, I'm going to say if he hits the fairway, when he hits the fairway, his iron play is just phenomenal. He's going to get it inside 20 feet every time, and then you know he's going to hole putt. So, yeah, good luck with that one.
Well, he's the perfect mix, isn't he? He's an English gent with a killer glint in his eye. Good luck in this rivalry. That's nicely done. And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards. Well, it's found the surface, but that's about as much as you can say about it. What an opportunity to make a birdie. That's disappointing. And this putt coming up for her par. So it'll be a par to start their round.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
Let's check in with our man on the ground, John McCarthy, for our course report. John, what will Foxhole Golf Links be serving the players this week?
Well, Luke, I think Foxhome Golf Links is going to be serving up some birdies, maybe a side of eagle. The course really is right in front of these players, and what you see is what you get. Not a whole lot of tricks to it, so I think people are going to be firing at these flags all week, and I'm going to sit back and enjoy that. Hopefully the folks at home will as well.
That's some good golf right there. And he's down there.
Yeah, she's got a solid 175 here.
Opting for the 6-iron. That was a top effort, that one. So close to going down. Yeah, well played. This putt is from 14 feet.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Yeah.
If it's up, it could be in. That was a gallant attempt. Par putt coming up here. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And now over to Justin Rose.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Fair effort. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. And now striding onto the tee of this par 3 hole. Going with the 5-wood. Not sure if that's how they drew it up.
A bit short with that effort.
Oh, Rich, how good is that? Well, that'll move her up the leaderboard as well. Moments like that deserve another look.
Yeah, Seve would be envious of this one. What a chip in.
Currently 1 under for the round. Here we are at the 4th hole.
Good birdie on the last. What's in store now?
Not bad. It's been a good year. 3 wins so far this season. Getting ready to play their 3rd. 3 strokes off the lead. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Sadly hasn't made a putt all day. Hopefully that can change here.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Looking better.
Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie. And with that, she'll move to a couple under par. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Big time play, that one, at the right time too.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Here we are at the 5th hole of Foxholm Golf Links. 424 par 4 from the tips.
And only the really long players in the game are going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side. The shorter players are going to have to hit it out to the left-hand side with maybe not quite a driver, but from there, it's really just a flick of a second shot as this hole is just 424 yards. I'm thinking that every player is looking at this as a birdie opportunity.
That was wonderfully done. Rich, when we talk about the English group of golfers over the last 20 years, really Justin Rose has been the star of them, hasn't he? Major champion, world #1, Hall of Famer. He's done it all.
He certainly is that, and I have to say, he's probably one of the most resilient players you'll ever come across. As soon as he got done holing out that shot at the major championship years ago, turned professional, and went out and missed 20-some-odd cuts in a row. And never gave up. Kept after it, which that would have broken. That would have broken most men, not Rose. That's why he's gone out and become a major champion. He is such a force in the game. There's no reason why he cannot play at a high level for many, many years to come. The ball striking is phenomenal. I love his stroke. I love the way that he putts it. I just think that he hits so many good putts that just don't go in. It just kind of gets under his skin. Listen, don't let it, Rosie. You putt it fantastically. Keep after it. I love this man's game. He's such a talent.
Oh, what a great stroke. Well, that looked good for a long way. Oh, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on. And now over to Justin Rose.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Well, that should save them, that one from the sand. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Here we are at the 6th hole.
Could not be more perfect.
Playing this shot from about 170 yards out. 3 shots off the lead. This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. Not the result they were after there.
What's a strange miss there. Look, they've been hitting the greens all day long.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Well, I hope she makes this one because it's for par. This looks good. Ooh. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400 plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Yeah, she's looking at roughly, I'd say 165.
Going with the 7. She won't be too disappointed with that. Certainly a couple of putts from there, and that'll be a good hole.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Wow. We could see the focus on their face when they were standing over it. Excellent concentration. A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt.
She's got a great look at birdie here. Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
A par putt awaits. And down it goes. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. We've reached the 8th hole.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
Well, that's well played into birdie range here at the 8th.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
And this putt to move into the top 20. Get excited. This could go in. The old-fashioned hammer hands. That'll ruin any putter's stats. This is a par putt. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Oh, how about that one?
Oh, gotta love it. Chipping in for birdie. Nothing better.
As we stride to the final hole of the outward half of Foxholm Golf Links, players will be licking their lips with this par 5, measuring just over 500 yards.
And this is a gift to end on. However, you got to find the fairway really to give yourself the best opportunity. Players are not going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side, and if you hit it right of those, trees come into play. Bail out to the left, give yourself a long iron second shot into this massive green. Lots of runoff areas all around this green, but what a great opportunity to end this front 9 with possibly an eagle 3.
Sitting at -1, just outside the top 20. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game, a bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
This putt to join those amongst the top 10 on the leaderboard. And you hold it. What a monster. Into the top 10 she goes. And let's have one more look at that shot.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
So, Rich, it looks like a nice start to the rivalry by this player after 9 holes. Your thoughts?
Luke, so far so good against their rival, but let's face it, only 9 holes has happened. There's still a long way between now and the end of the tournament.
Good shot there, Beamer. Second shot here on the 10th hole. And here we are with the third shot. Just 2 shots behind. That impressed me and her. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Wow, what a save.
Needed it. Needed that in a big way, chipping in for the par.
Lovely moment here. Good opportunity to move into a tie for third. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. It also moves her into the top 5 for the tournament. She's currently tied for third. 2 great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4. Quality shot, that one. From about 130 yards here, 2 strokes off the lead. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Good sounding strike, that one. Well, I'm sure she'll take that one.
That would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
Oh, just missed. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole. That one's come up short.
A little too cautious on that effort there, Luke.
It's just about 3 feet away. And that's for a bogey. And a little slide down the standings after that hole. The 12th hole at Foxholm Golf Links is a strong par 3 measuring 216 off the back tees.
Luke, this is by far the scariest shot on this golf course. The runoff area to the left is severe. That golf ball will definitely run back into the hazard unless they catch a fantastic break. Players are definitely be bailing out to the right, but make sure you come up short and right because you want no part of that greenside bunker.
Opting for the hybrid, I think.
That dog will hunt.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Okay, steady now. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
On a nice line.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
That silky touch from around the greens. A lovely shot to chip in. And that will take him to 1 under. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Teeing off here on the 13th hole. Well, doesn't take a genius to know that this is not a good place to be. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Let's take a look at Justin Rose, shall we? Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
Out of the rough, out of position. Never mind. That is not a bother. Knocks it in. Thank you very much.
This putt is to move inside the all-important top 10. It was on a good line. And that should secure the par on this one. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. This hole is a par 5. She's played that one nicely. Sitting at -3. opting for the 3-wood. Yeah, disappointing not to find the surface, Rich, but I like that play.
Looking at the caddy, a bit too much club there.
How close was that to going down? So much easier when you roll like that, isn't it?
Such soft hands.
This one's for birdie. And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And with that, she'll move to 4 under par. She shares 7th place. Teeing off here at the 15th hole. And choosing the 8-iron here.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
This putt for inside the top 5 on the leaderboard.
This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
He's got this for his par.
Ooh, right by the hole. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4. Handy effort, that one. Lining up from about 230 yards here. Just 2 shots behind. Needs this one to kick right. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
Yeah, it took a bit too much club on that one.
Didn't that look good for a long time? 8 feet to the cup. Don't mind the look of this. Wow, that's misjudged. Putting for bogey. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Second shot here on the 17th hole. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Now 4 under par in a share of 9th position. An opportunity to make a par here. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And now over to Justin Rose.
Birdied their last hole.
Come on, ball, don't deny him.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Here we go, Rich. We're at the lucky last, teeing off the 18th hole.
Not a bad drive. A little bit shorter than Beamer. Not bad.
Playing this shot from about 180 yards. Just 3 back from the leader. Looks to be going with the 6-iron. That might be one club too many. Getting ready to play their third. Just 3 strokes back. Ah, that's frustrating. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This one will run uphill. Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Gets that one to go down, and that'll end the day's work. And as they finish up their round, Reg, find themselves 9th on the leaderboard.
Just clinging to that top 10 at the moment. Too many mistakes today. Reduce those tomorrow, and they'll be shooting up the leaderboard.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Falcon Open is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this second round action. I'm Luke Helvey with my mate Rich Beam in the booth. And Beamer, this player really hasn't been getting it going in this tournament, finds himself trailing the lead. What are your expectations of them today?
Well, certainly they're stuck in second gear out there, aren't they? They just make a birdie or two and then they give it back with a bogey. So they need to quit making mistakes. They need to go ahead and start putting this thing in third, fourth gear and start cruising down the highway a little bit quicker, because right now they're trailing. They can't afford to give any more back.
I know, I can't wait. Let's get back down to the coverage. And let's see what she can do here today. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up this shot from about 120.
Going with the 8-iron here. Well, this one's right at the pin. Left yourself an opportunity. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
She's looking at, I'd say 17 feet here. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Like the look of this one. Ouch, that hurts. This putt is about 8 feet. This one started out on a good line. Yeah, good job. Nice par.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
Currently 4 under for the event. We have a par 4 on this one. Now this one looks to be heading down the runway. What's she facing with this shot, Henny?
Yeah, pace this off. She's looking around 185. Wow, that drive. Incredible stuff. Over 300 yards. Huh.
Going with the 6-iron here. Outstanding shot. High quality.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
Putting for birdie.
Yep, tracking well.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. Here's Justin Rose. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. This is looking pretty good in the air. Oh, that's a great shot. It sets up a wonderful birdie look here at the second.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Let's see what happens here at the 3rd hole. Great shot. And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 25 feet from the cup.
Go to your home ball. Go to your home. Oh, what an excellent time to make a big putt like that. And you bet their rival knows just what happened. Currently 5 under for the event.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot.
Nicely done.
playing from around 240 yards. 5 strokes behind our leader. Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
And there it goes from the sand. Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt. This one's online. That was a gallant attempt. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
Looking good. Oh, so close. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Well, what a shame. The 3 putt for par there. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. It's time to step onto the tee here at the 5th.
And only the really long players in the game are going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side. The shorter players are going to have to hit it out to the left-hand side with maybe not quite a driver, but from there, it's really just a flick of a second shot as this hole is just 424 yards. I'm thinking that every player is looking at this as a birdie opportunity.
Playing from 110 yards out. 5 shots off the pace. Opting for the 9-iron. Got to admire that talent. Just green after green in regulation.
And I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens in regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
That's brilliant out of the sand. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
This is their look at birdie.
Starts off on a good line.
That one raced by. Bit of work coming back. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Oh, just missed. And this one will be for bogey. Trailing by 7 after that hole. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a long par 4. This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Sitting up here from about 160 yards.
That one seemed to get away from them, Rich.
Shocking, a missed green in regulation.
Sitting at -4. That almost went down. Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Putting for a par now. And now 4 under for the tournament. Time to face a par 4. Yeah, that one will play. Second shot here on the 7th. This one heading towards the green.
And wow, what an approach. That was a golf shot. Justin Rose may be feeling a bit of pressure in this rivalry after that performance.
It's on a great line. And that's for birdie. Well holed. And with that, she'll move to 5 under par. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Oh, that's incredible. He sold it.
All over the parking lot, but a chip in for par saves the day.
Teeing off now on this par 3. And choosing the 8-iron here. That was special.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
Hang on, this looks pretty handy. Ooh, a couple of birdies on the bounce. Look who's on a roll.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
She's in a share of 12th place. And after a birdie at the last, they'll take the honor on the hole.
And this is a gift to end on. However, you got to find the fairway really to give yourself the best opportunity. Players are not going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side, and if you hit it right of those, trees come into play. Bail out to the left, give yourself a long iron second shot into this massive green. Lots of runoff areas all around this green, but what a great opportunity to end this front nine with possibly an eagle 3.
That one's heading down Broadway. This shot here from about 240 yards. 5 shots off the lead. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. This one looks to be heading towards the green. Well, that's up near the green there, Rich, in just a couple of shots. That's fantastic stuff.
What a sensational play on this par 5 there, Luke.
It was on a good line. 7 feet to the cup.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
Oh, lovely roll. Putting for a par here. Unfortunately, that'll be a 3-putt par there. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Wonderful shot.
And look out, guys. This rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
Well, Rich, as we make the turn to the back nine, what are your thoughts so far?
Well, after 9, so far, so good. It's great to see these two players stepping up, getting the best out of the games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
Wonderfully played. Second shot here at the 10th. Oh, absolutely flushed. And here we are with the third shot. 5 strokes behind our leader. Oh, almost went in. Oh, that was pure. This putt coming up is for birdie. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And with that, she'll move to 7 under par. Incredible. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. Let's see what happens here at the 11th hole. What does she have in front of her here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 165 yards. As she puts some muscle behind that. Wow.
Going with the 8-iron here.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 11th. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Let's return to live play now. Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt.
Looking for another birdie here. Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. That's an impressive way to make a move into the top 10. Now 4 back after that hole. Ooh, we're at the par 3 here. I love these holes.
Luke, this is by far the scariest shot on this golf course. The runoff area to the left is severe. That golf ball will definitely run back into the hazard unless they catch a fantastic break. Players are definitely be bailing out to the right, but make sure you come up short and right because you want no part of that greenside bunker.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. She's found the green on this approach. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole. They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Looking really good, this one. Oh, that had eyes for a lovely shot. She finds herself in a share of 7th.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum. Sitting at 9 under par in a share of 7th. Chosen the pitching wedge here.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
Is that what they had in mind?
Come out of the rough, your distance control gets off.
This is Justin Rose. Getting ready to play their 3rd. 3 shots off the lead. Oh, that's almost a gimme. Great chip.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
If she makes this, it'll be a good par. That's tracking. And there it is. Now at -9 for the tournament. This hole is a par 5.
Can we get food? Pardon? Alexa? What? Yeah?
Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. This shot coming from around 220 yards. 4 shots behind our leader. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. And as they stand over this putt, it's for a share of 3rd spot. Get in. Oh, how good was that? Almost an eagle.
That was that putt was like 50 feet.
And this putt to move into the top 5 on the
And I
leaderboard.
got it within 8 inches of the hole. Yeah.
And it certainly makes putting easier, doesn't it? But what a lovely boost. Into the top 5 she goes. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. And now stepping onto this par 3 hole.
Tap it in.
Yes, why not there?
Yeah.
I just peed my pants out.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface. Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can 2-putt that for sure.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
That's a golf shot.
Gotta say, I can't see them not making birdie here, Luke.
And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd.
Surely it's going to.
And that's 8 birdies today.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
trailing by a few shots after that hole. Time to face a par 4 now. That's not what she wanted. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Setting up here from about 200 yards.
Going with the hybrid. Fingers crossed for a good kick to the left. And here we are with the third shot. Just 3 strokes back. This putt is of 9 feet.
Now this is important. This for par.
Looks good off the blade. Okay, steady now. Just 3 feet to the cup.
This is a must-make, guys. They've got this for bogey.
Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Currently 10 under for the event.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
Well, I love these holes. The short par 4. Do you be bold or lay up?
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Lovely effort that. Second shot here on the 17th. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. That's frustrating. And that should secure the par on this one. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
Saving one there after being all over the parking lot, chipping in for the par.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Well, it's time to tee off on the 18th hole.
That is absolutely spot on.
Time for the second shot on the 18th. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Outstanding approach shot.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
And this putt to move into a tie for third. This one's dialed in. That signs off on this player's performance for the day. Well, Rich, not sure about you, but I thought that day was an absolute doozy. This player seems to be in decent shape, don't they?
That's a good spot to be in. Just kind of hanging around, waiting for their time to pounce on the leaders, but in a good position heading into the final 36.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now. .2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Falcon Open is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this third round action. Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA winner Rich Beam. And Rich, do you fancy this player's chances?
Currently in the top 5, nice spot to be with a couple of rounds to go. But still, they need to make something happen. Right now, it's just not as good as the guys out in front, so they're going to have to make something happen sooner than later.
Well, it's time for the preamble to be set aside. Let's get into the action. And let's see if she can set the tone for a good day. She's a top quality player, this one. Around 110 yards to go. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Getting ready to play their third. How close was that to going down? And Henny What is she looking at here for this putt?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup. Nice little par putt here.
Oh, that's a nice line. Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
She's currently sitting in 5th place. A long par 4 this hole. They have put some hurt on that ball. Send it. This shot from around the 200-yard marker. Opting for the hybrid, I think. And approach didn't seem to fit their eye.
Blame the caddy.
Didn't that look good for a long time? That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Great touch.
Can she make her par on this one?
It's looking solid.
She's in a sheriff 4th spot. Teeing off here at the 3rd hole.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
Playing within their comfort zone there. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
starting to look really good.
Now that's a good putt to hole any day of the week. Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
Currently 12 under for the event. This hole is a par 5. Second shot here on the 4th. And here we are with the third shot. 3 shots off the lead. Wow, that almost went in the hole. That's a high quality recovery shot.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Putting for birdie here. This one's looking good. And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
And only the really long players in the game are going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side. The shorter players are going to have to hit it out to the left-hand side with maybe not quite a driver, but from there, it's really just a flick of a second shot, as this hole is just 424 yards. I'm thinking that every player is looking at this as a birdie opportunity.
Second shot here on the 5th. Going with the pitching wedge here. This one might need to set. You like that, didn't you? Here's a good chance to move to 14 under with this putt.
Little birdie look in here.
Oh, I really have to win. Maybe. Yuki. Go back to the phone.
Oh, I like the look of this. Steady on. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
It's got a chance. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done.
This player is putting for fun.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard.
2 shots back.
And a par 4 awaits at this next hole. Oh, she tagged that one. From around 180 yards out. Just 2 shots behind. Opting for the 5-iron. That's a pretty handy shot. Always frustrated by missing a green.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
Ooh, that almost went down. Just 10 feet to the cup here.
Okay. Maybe more close. Okay.
Surely it's going to.
Yeah, you'll take that. Trailing by 4 strokes. Welcome to the tee of a par 4.
Did you hear me? Yeah. Whether it was 16, Canada was 17, probably like 18.
That's tidy. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
What were you doing in there? Hey, I think you're just trouble. I think you are just trouble.
Opting for the 6-iron.
I think you're just
Hoping for a bounce
trouble.
here, preferably to the left.
You know that? I love my trouble, though. I do. I love my trouble. Okay? Mommy doesn't feel great, baby.
That's disappointing.
Missing it short there. They will definitely be upset.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? She's got a par putt here. Let's see if she can make it. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. We have a par 3 on this one.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go.
Choosing the 9-iron here.
Which one do you want? Like the last one like you have?
Nicely done.
On the left?
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
She's 15 feet away, and guys, I think she likes this. She's got a great look at birdie here.
Okay, now. Look at this stick. Ooh. You've been good company over there. I was talking, whispering to you. And you listen to everything, do you? Hey, are you listening to mommy talking to you? I think you were.
Hey, nice looking line.
I think so.
Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie. She's currently in 4th place. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
This is a gift to end on. However, you got to find the fairway really to give yourself the best opportunity. Players are not going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side, and if you hit it right of those, trees come into play. Bail out to the left, give yourself a long iron second shot into this massive green. Lots of runoff areas all around this green, but what a great opportunity to end this front 9 with possibly an eagle 3.
I want a shower.
Pretty good shot there.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Wind starting to get up, but it's helping, which is nice.
Going with a 3-wood here.
You having fun?
Yes.
How's your phone? Good.
Yeah, this is the stuff we love. Getting after this par 5 in 2.
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Will it?
Yes.
What time are you done?
3.
So it's 4 hours now.
No, it was 3 and got up.
About 4?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Okay, let's go, Bobby. I gotta get Bobby and sit up. Well, I haven't lost anything. I'm fitting side to side. The air hasn't been on, has it?
No.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I know. I know.
It's tracking.
Ouch, that hurts. Time now for the 4th shot. Just 2 shots behind. close was that to going down? Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
Judging it beautifully.
An opportunity to make their par. Okay, let's head to the next. Billy Horschel is atop the leaderboard with a one-stroke advantage. We've reached the beginning of the back nine, the 10th. Taking aim from around 240 yards out here. Only a few shots off the pace. Opting for the 3-wood. Well, it looks like they tried to be bold there, Rich, but it didn't quite work out for them. Getting ready to play their third. Just 3 strokes back. Oh, what a super shot. Oh, here she goes, marching up the leaderboard. And let's have another look at that one.
Perfect distance, perfectly judged, and look at that, straight in the hole.
Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. Here we have it, trying to feed off the eagle and build on that momentum here. And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 155.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Oh, that's a great shot and a birdie opportunity coming up here at the 11th.
Gotta like their chances from there. This one's looking good.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 12th.
Luke, this is by far the scariest shot on this golf course. The runoff area to the left is severe. That golf ball will definitely run back into the hazard unless they catch a fantastic break. Players are definitely be bailing out to the right, but make sure you come up short and right because you want no part of that greenside bunker.
Opting for the 5-wood. Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface. I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. And this putt to move them into a tie for second. Get in the hole. Yes, they've made it. She's in a share of second place. Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
Wow, I didn't even know they had this power. Great drive.
This shot from the first cut of rough. And here we are with the third shot. One stroke off the lead. She needs this to save par.
This is on a great line.
Nicely holed and for par. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Love the long holes. Welcome to the par 5. Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. Second shot here on the 14th hole. Going with the hybrid.
Oops, this one's headed for the rough. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
And this putt to move into second place.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
Almost snatched the eagle there. That would have been huge. Well, this will be a good putt to hole and a chance for second place. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. Just 2 shots back after that hole. This one's a par 3.
She is proving herself to be quite the thorn in Justin Rose's side here. Rosie, I think you've got yourself in for a battle here.
A birdie putt awaits.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Tracking. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Putting for par. That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par.
Couldn't convert after 2 good shots there. Disappointment as they're so close to the lead.
Let's see what happens here at the 16th. Could roll into the rough on this one. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 150 yards.
Going with the 5-iron here.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Didn't that look good for a long time? Good chance this one, right on 6 feet. Good putt that. and staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. Next up is this par 4 hole.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Wow, that was just striped. Time for the second shot at the 17th. Ooh, that almost went down. 5 feet coming up to the cup. I like the look of this. And that will drop in for birdie. She's currently in second position. Let's head to the final hole of this round. Well, this should find the short grass. This shot here near the 200-yard marker. Just one shot back now. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. That one just slides by. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. A share of top spot on the leaderboard awaits if they can make this putt. It's on a good line. The putt drops, and this player is finished for the day. Okay, Rich, just a round to play now. An exciting finish we've got coming up.
Yeah, so far, 54 good holes of action. Hopefully 18 more to come tomorrow.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
What are you talking about? What do you mean it's such a talking about? No? He told me a lot too.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Falcon Open is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. I'm Luke Elvey, here alongside Rich Beeman. It's the final round here, Rich. What's our next player up against as they begin it?
Look, this player starts off the final round a couple behind the lead. And let's face it, they need to have some inspiring golf out there today. They need to make birdies early and often if they want to chase down that leader. It sets up for a very exciting final round.
Big day coming up. Can't wait to see how it unfolds, Rich. This should be an absolute beauty. And let's see what she can do here today.
I want you to talk to me like I'm your whatever here.
That's a good-looking shot there. Rich, what kind of mojo do you think this player's got after winning in their last start?
This player has more confidence, I believe, than any other player in the field at the moment. This should be another good week for him.
Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
What time are you thinking? Can you figure it out for me, please? What time are we eating dinner now that we've had our master escapade today?
It's half a chance of being holed, this one. Well, that's a lovely way to get going. They've already started this event under par.
I've never been disappointed by starting off my round with a birdie, Luke, I can tell you that.
She finds herself currently tied for second.
So we're gradually going back the other way again. We're going to get later again there.
And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling.
How did we go to bed yesterday?
I think it was like 4 in the afternoon.
4 in the afternoon. Yep. Now we're going to be 1 in the morning. 8 hours, 9 hours, because of the escapades today.
That's some good golf right there.
Pardon?
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
So why
Setting
are we
up
going
here
to
from
bed at
about
1 then?
180 yards.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron.
Hello?
Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot
Why
this.
are we going to bed at 1 then? Why are we going to
Not
bed
a bad
at 1?
approach,
We
that
got
one,
to
up
bed
onto the
at 4
green. A couple of
yesterday.
putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole.
John, give us a small update.
Hey guys, we are checking in down here with Justin Rose
Well, why are you
as
so
he gets
busy today when
set
you
for
had
his
an
next
extra
shot
6
here on the
hours sleep?
13th.
Atta boy, good shot. Oh, 13-footer coming up here.
This for back-to-back birdies.
So the bottom line is you are not coming back here today. Am I right? Pardon me? So where are you going to live? Where are you going to live? Why are you doing this? You have a place to live, a place to go. Oh,
This is a good chance. Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke. Getting their groove on.
And that puts her in first place.
Well, what is it
Gotta
you wanna
like it.
do?
Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
You want to go to the racetrack
Here we are at
on
the third.
Saturday night and make French fries like a big boy. Like you're 16 again. Is that the idea? Pardon? And that's what you want to do? So you're holding out, living in a house, you're going to live in a tent
Seems
all
to have
year
chosen
round
the three
so
wood.
that you can go to a fucking
This one looks like it's
racetrack
going
on a
right.
Saturday night
Looks
and
like
make
they
French
pulled
fries
this
before
one.
the tent. Am I right?
Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it.
Throwing something in your brain. If that's all that's holding you back from coming
Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
Looks like they have
I'm
a
not gonna
bad
ask
lie
you
here
again.
in the
I'm
second
not
cut.
gonna give you nothing out of here. Just fuck off and leave us alone. Do your thing. Whatever. I really don't care. Just do your thing. I am gonna rent the basement out. I will need your stuff out of here. All of it. Everything. And I'm gonna get some people to come in and make sure you're taking only yours and not mine.
Getting ready to play their third.
You will be watched, believe me. Because I've already been told that they will come and stand here and watch. The whole time you're taking your shit out. No, they will watch. They will watch. There's a difference. They won't lift a finger to help you, but they will watch you. I need to. I know. I know. Come on. Lay down. Please. Lay down. Lay down. Come on, stop. So when are you going to start moving it out of here? Pardon me? Got a what? Calls? Plans. What kind of plans do you have to make to grab shit from the basement and go? Well, you can start taking stuff tomorrow. How's that? If I answer the fucking door. Pardon me?
And this one is for bogey.
I can't hear you. You're mumbling. Yes.
Well, they say a bogey pleases someone. The rest of the field buoyed now after that drop shot by our leader. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Oh, exciting times on the tee of a par 5.
And what are you going to do? Yeah, but what are you going to do with your life? No one has it.
A thing of beauty.
Bruce, I'm concerned about you. I do. I do, Bruce.
Playing from around 240 yards. Currently tied for the lead.
Bruce. Yes, he did, Sharon.
Going with a 3-wood here.
Hey,
That could play.
Bruce, please stop. Just please stop. Bruce, why are you talking like this?
Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game, a bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
Just stop. You've got somebody here who'd like to
Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
Oh, a messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player. Yes, in the hole.
It's breaking.
Oh, this is exciting. A putt for an eagle.
What you're doing. I was so excited when you were leaving out in Caledonia, figuring you were coming back here. I didn't think for a second you were doing what you're doing. I figured you were coming home to be with us. But you don't want us. Yeah. You don't want us.
Oh, you know you want to.
That was a gallant attempt.
Has anybody said no? Has anybody said no?
This would be a great up and down.
I asked you a question.
Straight out of the top drawer.
Such soft hands.
And this putt coming up for her par. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Just one off the lead after that hole.
You've given up so much for doing what you do.
Let's see what happens here at the 5th.
And only the really long players in the game are going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side. The shorter players are going to have to hit it out to the left-hand side with maybe not quite a driver, but from there, it's really just a flick of a second shot as this hole is just 424 yards. I'm thinking that every player is looking at this as a birdie opportunity.
That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. Second shot here on the 5th.
You're going to go somewhere. So you decide to stab your leg and leave it up, but you got that to look after. So why are you throwing whatever in my face right now? Well, why are you throwing whatever in my face right now? Huh? I don't understand. I miss you sitting in the fucking kitchen bugging me all. Oh, look, I miss you around
Oh,
here.
wonderful shot. And a chance for birdie at the 5th.
I don't want you cooking in the kitchen.
John,
I
you're
want
down
you
there?
around
What's
here.
happening?
Hey guys, we are checking in down here with Justin Rose as he gets set for his next shot here on the 16th.
And back to the course with the live action. This putt is about 10 feet from the hole.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
I miss you around here. I'm tired of having to get Phil or Ron or Clancy or whoever the hell it may be to fucking help me around here.
What a putt, started this perfectly.
A bit too much pace on that one.
But no, he won't do it. He wants to sit at a racetrack and live in a tent.
Three feet to go here to the hole.
So you don't want any food from me, you want nothing. Well, that's what you're insinuating. It's what you told me the other day you didn't want me to. Yeah, you did. You said I don't want no more. You didn't say that.
Oh, so close. And this next putt, it's for bogey.
What's the matter, Pep? What's the matter? Cody? Cody? Cody!
What?
What's wrong?
I missed the putt.
So why can't you answer me?
Well, to be honest, those are the putts you have to make at this level of competition.
No. Why can't you answer me?
This next putt for double bogey.
Not my fault you're lousy. Am I bugging you?
Yes.
Okay, should I go and do what I was told you I want to do before? You can deal with him for the rest of your life.
The putt drops,
Hey.
and we're moving on.
You can have him. I'm leaving tonight. Not my way, I'm leaving.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
I don't know what you guys are going to do with the hand, but I ain't doing no casserole, Cody.
Yeah, you were just bitching.
Pardon?
You were so bitching.
I'm still bitching? About what? About what?
I was trying to play my game, and all I knew was you. Even over the music. I couldn't not to fucking turn my music up.
You're not used to me
Penny,
talking.
what have they got in front of them here?
Yeah, she's got a
That's the
solid
problem.
175 here.
Isn't it? Should I get him to come and live here now? Like I'll leave now? Come on over, Bruce. You got him.
Wow,
Somebody's
what a
got him
shot.
with
Alexa, volume up.
that.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you?
Alexa, volume up.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Right.
Because they're kids. They're 80 years old.
This is buckets. Oh, that's a sensational putt to make. And what about the glimpse they just gave their rival? Come and catch me now. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Now on the tee of a long par 4.
I'm concerned about him, Cody. You can't live with your leg like that, living out there. You know that, dude. You can't have a leg just the way it is, living out there.
Oh, well played. Time for the second shot here at the 7th.
Thank going to 17 for that. We're going to part of the breakdown. Going for some access in the fire during the breakdown.
Nice shot that. That should find the surface.
And wow, what an approach. That was a golf shot. Justin Rose may be feeling a bit of pressure in this rivalry after that performance.
And this putt to move into a tie for third place.
What do you eat for dinner then, Phil? Hello.
Ooh, nice line. And with that, that's their fourth birdie.
I like it. 2 in a row.
Having the ham taco.
Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole.
You're doing the ham taco. Yes, you are.
Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
After all you put me through today, yeah, you want me to
After all I put you through,
Yeah.
you're the one that put me through all the shit.
No, I didn't.
Must be nice to be able to lie.
Pardon?
Must be nice to be able to lie.
I'm not lying, Phil. I don't lie, Phil.
Oh, you sorry.
No, I haven't.
And choosing the 8 iron here.
You know I don't lie, Phil. And one of the phones are lying. He lies to everybody. He fills the rules with whatever he wants to do.
Oh, they're
He's a
dialed in.
narcissist.
It's an absolute clinic.
The iron play today has been
Pardon?
absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens and regulation, just a fantastic
Hello?
accomplishment. Great to watch.
Oh, look it up on the phone, see what it is. Pardon? Oh, yes, you do.
Hey, that's a chance. Oh, terrific. What an effort.
You're a narcissistic behavior does one. Something to be done.
Trailing by a stroke after that hole.
I guess I gotta leave the mail out there, I think.
Teeing off here at the 9th hole.
And this is a gift to end on. However, you got to find the fairway really to give yourself the best opportunity. Players are not going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side, and if you hit it right of those, trees come into play. Bail out to the left, give yourself a long iron second shot into this massive green. Lots of runoff areas all around this green, but what a great opportunity to end this front 9 with possibly an eagle 3.
3 wins already this season.
He's not gonna help us anymore, Cody.
Seems like they got an abundance of swing thoughts going on there. Perhaps paralysis by analysis. Right up in the canopy of the trees. That's a bit out of shape.
I have talked to you before when you've been playing and you haven't bitched at me.
And here we are with the 3rd shot.
Why are you
Just a
thinking
stroke
now?
behind the leader.
Hello? Hello? Cody?
Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
Oh, yes, what a shot. And that's going to hoist her into first place. Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
Well, Luke, she's found her distance. This should be her layups from now on.
I'm going to sleep, Phil, tonight.
You always go to sleep.
Am I going to sleep yet?
No, because you were fucking yapping all the time.
So, that's my choice, isn't it? Isn't it? It's my choice to not make dinner tonight, too.
Well, this is when the knees start to knock. The sweat starts to appear on the palms of your hands, Rich. Just a slender lead with 9 to play.
Well, then you'll have
Yeah, they're
macaroni
playing
and
well
cheese
right
tonight.
now.
How's
They're
that?
inside the top 10, and they're looking to continue that move up the leaderboard.
Well, there's some real momentum with this player, coming off an eagle at the
Good, I'll put
last.
some ham with it. How's that sound?
You're making a dinner.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. My feet are planted, Cody. I'm not doing it. Screw you, Cody.
Fuck off, asshole.
I will.
You're making that dinner.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Nicely done.
Yes, you are.
Here we are, Rich. A wonderful opportunity on the table. A chance to go back to back. Just how big would that be?
Obviously massive, but I'm very impressed. They've put themselves in a position to win for the second week in a row. Impressive.
I love you, Cody.
Fuck off, you piece of shit.
I love you, Cody.
Fuck off, bitch.
Cody, I love you.
Fuck off.
Why are you talking like this to me?
That's not quite on the dance floor, Rich, but it's right up there near the green. A chance to perhaps pick up 1, maybe 2 on this hole.
Okay, I will.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
I'm not gonna make dinner, so I will fuck the hell right off. Is that what you want? I will.
Wouldn't that have been nice?
You can live for dinner.
Just 6 feet between her and the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie. These are on rails, looking good.
Here she goes again, making putt after putt. The lead just keeps extending. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
Why can't you just come home and be a normal family?
Time to tee off on the 11th.
Luke, this player coming off a birdie on the last hole, getting some momentum going their direction.
Really? Why can't you just come home and be a normal family? Hmm? I can't hear you. Look at your family. No, I'm not. Look at your family.
Good shot there, Beamer. Taking aim from about 170 yards. Currently leading by 2.
Why do you do it? Why do you do it? Why do you do it?
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. This one's going right at the pin here.
Come on, do something else.
That was a beauty.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
Good stroke. Always nice to hold those for a birdie.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Currently 3 strokes up after that hole. Pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Luke, this is by far the scariest shot on this golf course. The runoff area to the left is severe. That golf ball will definitely run back into the hazard unless they catch a fantastic break. Players are definitely be bailing out to the right, but make sure you come up short and right because you want no part of that greenside bunker.
There was something.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Well, this one's going right at the flag. Oh, wow, from the tee no less. That's great stuff. A wonderful shot and a birdie opportunity coming up at the 12th.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
It's just about 3 feet away.
Well, I'm gonna go and lock the garage down, and I'm gonna go and do the laundry room and get the mail in and whatever.
Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. Our leader is up by 4 shots now. It's time to take a look at this 13th hole.
Pardon me, yes you do. I can't get my hand in there and turn it off. I can't because of what you've done to my fucking arms. Pardon me?
That should find the
It
fairway.
takes 2 to tango. Think about what happened and what you did. Pardon me, saying something you didn't
Luke,
like.
unfortunately, that got a
Saying
horrible
something
kick.
you
Ended up in
didn't
the
like.
rough.
You.
The lines aren't too bad here in the first cut of rough.
Think about it. So, it's you and I forever in the house unless you want me here with you. You want me to be there each night when you come to me? Is that what you want? Hello, Cody. Hello, Cody. Want him to move in
Setting
with you?
up here with a very long putt.
Cody, he wants to come here and live with you.
Hey, fuck it, boy. He's lying again.
No, he says.
Like
Hang on.
fuck. Quit your fucking lying,
Hang on.
bitch.
Are you gonna come here and live with
Quit
Cody?
your lying.
He doesn't want to be with me. He wants to be with you, Cody.
Quit your lying.
Cody, it's me he doesn't want to be with.
Quit your lying.
I'm not lying.
You're fucking lying again.
I'm not fucking
You're
lying.
lying
He
again.
wants to live with you.
Liar, liar, liar.
He does. He said that already on the phone here.
You're lying again.
I'm not lying.
You're lying again.
That's a lovely speed on that putt. So close to the hole. A par putt awaits. Leading by 3 strokes now.
You're lying again.
All right, getting into our final stretch. Time to tee off here at the 14th.
How do I get the mail when my balance is off?
She got a hold of that one.
Balance good. He couldn't put it on the fucking door. Because he couldn't. No,
Second
the
shot
door,
here
he
on the
fucking
14th.
fucking saw the door, so he couldn't do it. He said he could not do it.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Because I wanted it on it. Pardon?
Well, at least it's on the green. That's the positive. And this is an extremely long putt. You might even have to hinge on this one.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
What the hell is it? Where'd you get it? Pardon? And you drank it? Is it sealed? Pardon? What are you talking about? Yeah, and did you drink it? And that excites your ass. Holy crap.
Oh, get in. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Just a 4-footer remaining. It's got a chance. Oh, well played. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole.
Yeah, hold on.
Game of the 7.
In the bottom of that. It was there.
Yeah, nicely played. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Ours is a mess now, but this one's a mess again now. Nobody cares about it.
Well, yeah, it's a bit disappointing.
It's a lot slower going up the hill than what this player read.
Big putt for par coming up. Yeah, we'll take that.
Just a small sliver of a lead. This could go any different direction down the stretch.
And after that hole, leading Billy Horschel by 3.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader. From about 200 yards out. Now a 3-shot lead over the field.
I said, I hope that you were coming home and get us all back together. Not gonna happen, is it? No? I said it's not gonna happen.
Going with the hybrid.
Oh? What's such a big deal about picking flies? Go to McDonald's.
Oh, what a shot by our leader.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's
Yeah, you
downhill.
spend your weekends up there again. There's no fucking way to work there. There's no fucking... So you're gonna live in a tent up there again. So you live in your tent up there all summer and all summer next year. Fuck's sake, you're not far.
Looking really good.
Well, you're going to be difficult to catch now if you keep holding putts like that.
You're a son of a bitch of a bitch.
She's our leader.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang
I really
on?
do. I hope you're done. You don't
To me,
deserve to
the
live
short
the way
par
you're
4 is the
treated.
most underrated hole in all of golf.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Well, I better get going and message Adam. I gotta go. Have a good one. We're not seeing you tomorrow.
Well, I like the look of the line here. They should find the fairway.
Are you done? You and I are done. Okay.
Players sitting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker.
I don't know. I just want you and I and Cody to be home together and be happy, and you won't give me that. You won't give me that. Tell Frank you're a fucking homeless bastard because you fucking want to screw his ass up at the racetrack on Saturday night.
What a
And
shot!
you gotta have
Almost
somebody
went in
to
the
shove your
bucket.
dick in.
Getting ready to play their third.
That's when you want to do it, when you're doing it. Pardon? Macaroni and cheese and ham.
She needs this one for par.
Sound good? Huh? Huh? I can't have that dinner done by then. What time is it now? 6. Well, I can't have that dinner done for that. You're gonna have to have macaroni and cheese and ham.
So far, so
Is
good.
that okay?
I like their courage to be able to get
Well,
that to
that's
go
the
down and
choice.
save the hole.
Nicely done.
You're
Well
giving me
fought
a
hole
time I
right
have
there.
to have it
Bunkered off
ready
the
for,
tee,
and
but
it's not
makes that nice
feasible.
par save.
You know how long that
Our leader
meal
is a couple of shots up at this stage.
takes. Pardon? 9? You've gone from 7:30.
What a lovely
to 9
position
now?
to be in, holding the lead, playing the last. Good luck.
What's the matter with you? Hey. Cody, what's wrong? I've never seen you like this. What's the matter, buddy? Cody? What's the matter?
That impressed me and her.
What's the matter,
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 190 yards.
Thank you.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here.
I guess I don't get to any of my plays this summer.
A lovely play. She's on the dance floor. It's been an impressive display today.
I was going to
This
get
putt
stuff
is
done,
for a
but
final
somebody
score
won't
of
help me get
62.
my fucking parking permit so I can even go. I've got to have somewhere to be. I got to be able to park my van. I don't get to go, Cody. He gets his own, he doesn't worry about mine.
Just didn't drop. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is a 12-footer here.
And the challenge stuff. Yeah.
This one's tracking. It's on a good line. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole.
I'll find the rain.
And that's it for today. And what an absolute shame that is, Rich. The win looked like it was in the bag too.
Absolute meltdown of epic proportions. Hopefully they can learn from it, but it was painful to watch, and I'm sure it's going to be painful for that player for a while.
All right.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Bean, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
If I didn't hit that for you. No. No. Yeah.